Welcome back to Sunset's Ponies. It's been a while since I did a video. I haven't had a whole lot of new stuff, and I've had some other stuff going on. So, but I finally found Wave 3 of the new retro ponies by Basic Fun and the Bridge Direct. And so I have the actual box here. I haven't really even looked at them that closely. I was just at Target, and I have been checking out all Targets every time I run across one, including my local Target frequently. But this time I was able to actually ask very politely one of the staff members and if they had any more in the back, and they checked for me, and they had this one case, and I just bought the whole thing immediately. So I haven't even really looked at them yet. And then I have brought some of the original vintage ponies to do some comparisons. So let's just go ahead and get started. And Sestra, move on over. And I'm just going to do them at random. I'm just going to pull out one. And we have Twilight. Move on over. Here is Twilight. So their boxes are pretty much the same, but they do have the extended window, like we talked about when I found that Wendy. Let's see. Here is the back, including all of the original first Pegasus and Unicorn set. These were the first unicorns and Pegasus ponies that were ever released. So it says it includes a pony, comb, ribbon, and a poster. So not scented like the rainbow ponies, and we're going back to the poster thing like the collector ponies. So you're in the way. I do not think that I'm going to completely take these out. I'm going to open it up and slide her out, but I don't think I'm going to take her out of the packaging totally. So there she is. And let's go ahead and take this poster out so you can see. If you're curious what the artwork looks like on the inside, so no other ponies in the artwork, but we do get a little bit of Dream Castle right up here at the top. So let's go ahead. Take a look at the poster right quick. Yeah, so small poster. It's basically the same artwork that's on the back of the packaging. It says original 1983 collection. So that's awesome. Alright, so here is Twilight. And let's get the original Twilight here to look at. They are very close. It does look like her purple stripe is longer than the originals. I don't know if you can see that. So she looks so bright and shiny, having not being 30 years old. There's the other side. So very nice, very, very close. So, as we've talked about before with these, they are not quite as squishy as the originals. They're harder, but they're not rock solid. The ribbon does come pre-attached. I have heard reports that the ribbon can cause staining. Some of the ribbons can cause staining on the pony's body, so if you purchase these and you're concerned about that, you might need a deboxer and remove the ribbon if that is a concern. I think I'm mostly going to display these in the box, so I'm not terribly worried about that aspect. So we have taken a look at Twilight, and let's put her up and see who else we have. Okay. Who else we got here? Alright, another pink pony. There is Firefly. Firefly. Here is a vintage Firefly. So retro Firefly, vintage Firefly. So clearly she is a more traditional pink. Vintage one is a little more salmon colored, but still awesome. Alright, who's next? Okay, Sunbeam. She does have a little bit of a neck gap there, but her symbol is glorious. Okay, retro Sunbeam is very close to original Sunbeam. It looks like her symbol is slightly larger, more glittery, but you know, she also hasn't had 30 years to lose some glitter. Again, the stripe is situated, is a little longer in length. And it also looks like they got pushed in, like there's a clear separation on the vintage ones where the stripe is clearly running beside the mane. And this one looks like her stripe is like very, very close, like almost in line with the rest of the hair. Alright, so since we have done Sunbeam, Twilight, and Firefly, that means that the last three ponies are all ponies that I had as a child. So let's see who the next one is. Okay, Medley. Medley was my very first pony. And I've shown this picture before when I showed my younger sister's first pony. But I'll show it again here. And you'll see it, Medley. It was my very first pony. I no longer have my original childhood one. She was tragically left behind at a McDonald's and was, of course, no longer there as soon as we turned around and went back to find her, as soon as we realized that she was long gone, sadly. So this is Medley, and I'm going to take her out. She does have a significant neck gap, I can see right here. I've heard that that's been an issue. I haven't had the previous ones that I bought didn't have major neck gaps, but I think since this one is a very special one for me, I am going to go ahead and debox her, and then we'll see if that neck gap looks different once she comes out of the package. Now, I do kind of personally wish that there could be a way to box these so that they face the other side, so that the hair comes across the neck in the packaging as they were originally. and because I prefer that look personally, to see their hair across their neck. That would also hide the neck gaps. You know, if you leave them in package, then you won't know either way. But I get that they're doing this to make it harder for people to debox them and steal them. Alright, let's see if we can get her out. Their heads are not glued on. Like the originals, the heads were glued on. And so, yeah, I suspect that if the neck gap bothers you, that you could take her out and glue it on, and then that would not be an issue anymore. In fact, just taking her out and pushing her down kind of helps alleviate it some. Ah, she's so pretty. I loved her so much. Okay, and here's a vintage. Again, not my original, but a vintage pony. I'm one of those people who, very few people, who I tended to consider her blue in my mind, because if you look at the vintage one, at least this particular one, there may have been batch differences. If you consider this green, it definitely makes her body look bluer. So in my brain, she was blue with green hair. But the retro one is definitely more of a green color. I noticed that her blush is small in compared to the blush on this one. Has a nice round blush. She has just a tiny spot of blush. But all in all, these are just really lovely remakes. I'm almost tempted to like redo her hair so that it falls on this side, and I would just probably enjoy her more in the packaging that way, personally. That didn't turn out too bad, just flipping her mane the other way. I guess I couldn't do that with the unicorns because of the stripes, but it covers the gap, and I personally just like having the hair over the neck myself. Okay, so that leaves the last two. Let's see who else. Moondancer Glory. Alright, I can already see that she's got a little issue on her glitter. She's got glitter loss right there in the package. That's unfortunate. So I might, keep an eye out for if we get any more in. These seem to be a little harder to find. They have the same DCPI number at Target as the collectors, and the collector ponies are. It just makes it very hard to find the set you're looking for, but I'm going to hope that these ponies become more numerous as we get closer to the Christmas season. Immediately I can see that her stripe is in fact almost like run into the middle of her purple hair, so that it's almost like intermingled. I'm definitely not going to take her out if I think that I might get another one. But she's so white, so white. And then this is one of my original ponies. My original pony, Glory. In fact, I'll show y'all another picture. I dressed up as Glory for Halloween one year. Are you enjoying her? You're kind of in the way. Alright, so you can definitely see it's so nice to have brand new white ponies, because white ponies from 30 years ago don't always stay perfectly white. But she does still have the really beautiful dark purple hair. So I'm glad they kept that and didn't try to lighten it or, you know, make it more subtle. One of the nice things about both Glory and Moondancer was how vibrant their hair colors are. So there is Glory. Okay, well, y'all know what that means. There's only got to be one more pony in here, and that is Moondancer. Also a pony from my childhood, though I believe Moondancer probably was actually my sister's pony. I admit that here. We had quite an argument over that at some point, because I insisted that Moondancer was mine and she insisted Moondancer was hers. And here I am acknowledging that Moondancer was probably her pony, because she had baby Moondancer and I had baby Glory. But we both liked her because we both have red hair, and she has this gorgeous wine-colored red hair. Now, here's an interesting thing. Moondancer, or at least my Moondancer, appears to have some of her purple streak. There appears to be a touch of purple in her tail. So that's an interesting choice. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there definitely appears to be some of this light purple mixed in with her hair. She also has a pretty good neck gap, but she is so white. So white. And here's our original childhood Moondancer, who is also no longer perfectly white. So some of the retro ponies, their symbols seem to be bigger than the originals, but in this case, Moondancer's symbol for the retro seems to be smaller than the original. All right. Alright, there we are, the retro set of first Unicorn and Pegasus ponies, and I'm super happy to have them. I have to say that this particular year was one of my favorites. Of course, you know, having 3 of them in my original childhood herd probably is part of that, but I just really like the year 2, year 3 G1 ponies myself. So let me know what y'all think. Have y'all found them yet? Are you still looking? And hopefully, I've heard that we will be getting more from Basic Fun. More ponies. We haven't heard anything other than there may be more in addition to the 3 sets that we have seen thus far, and I am personally super excited about it. So I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a great day.